So the Duchy of Upper Burgundy has been reformed. And the next steps for the Welfs as they try to become a powerful and influential family within the European space in the 9th century continues, and to become the most powerful duchy within the Kingdom of Lotharingia. Those are the goals moving forward and most immediate on the path towards forming the Kingdom of Burgundy. Hello everybody, Realm Builder Guy here, and welcome back to the channel and more Crusader Kings 3 Royal Court action. And welcome back to me. I am back after a month away, a month in Europe, and I hope you enjoyed the content on the channel, including a couple of those little less than 1 minute little history clips I did. Maybe that's something I'll do again in the future. That was kind of more spur of the moment stuff where I'm like, let's do something, see what happens. I also want to say a quick shout out and thank you to Brian, and I apologize, I'm totally going to butcher your last name, Brian O'Shanahan. He is the newest supporter on Patreon. He is a Hero of the Realm level, which means, of course, Brian will be brought into some of these Let's Play series over time. If you want to find out how you can support the channel on Patreon, there's a link down in the description. So what are we going to do here? What are the next steps now that the Duchy of Upper Burgundy has been reformed? Well, Duke Konrad, can't forget, he is a gluttonous, shy, vengeful person who's an adequate bargainer, a patriarch, but also a reclusive, irritable person. So that's quite a little interesting combination, and I've really been thinking about how to roleplay this, how to do this to the degree to which I like to play Crusader Kings 3. And yes, little trigger warning, I don't do the optimal thing, as you have probably found out by now, and I'm not going to apologize for that. That's just the way it is. I make decisions based on the character and the RP, as well as what just feels right in a given moment. Whether or not that's optimal, perfect gameplay or not, I don't care. So I'm just here to have some fun. So as a reclusive, shy person, I would say, you know, he's probably, in theory, you would say he's shying away from court intrigue, but he's also vengeful and irritable. So, and he's an adequate bargainer. So it's kind of an odd combo. I think the way I'm going to do this is, you know, he's not a great diplomat or anything. You know, we're not going to do any more hunts. We're not going to do any banquets. He's not going to go to any more banquets. Going to turn it down every time because he's kind of falling more into this pattern of a irritable, reclusive, shy, like extreme introvert, to the point of antisocial. And so I think that is the best direction to play him as, but he will still act in the best interest, or try to, of the duchy and of the House Welf. Player heir is still Hugbert, who is unlanded at this time. And then other children, of course, Rudolf had passed away. Then we have Countess Adelaide of Provence. So that is down here. Her husband is the Count, and their children will inherit as a Welf. So a Welf will be the head of Provence, which is kind of an interesting little subplot twist. Then we still have Karl and Pepin and Beatrix. But our grandson, Hugbert, the Unlanded, is currently the heir apparent to the throne. So we'll kind of see what happens there. Then current situation, we're not endorsed by our bishop. Powerful vassals expect council positions, and we have a few wars we can engage in, which I'm not really going to worry about just yet. Creating the Duchy of Savoy. We are missing the gold for that, so I'm not going to worry about that. And too few knights. Well, we could recruit to court him, but we are shy. And this would be a critical stress gain, and he doesn't want to do it. I mean, he's just reclusive, and if that means we have issues with knights, then honestly, so be it. But we can create another men-at-arms regiment, and siege equipment is extraordinarily important. So we're gonna invest in some siege equipment here. Definitely need that. Then beyond that, areas to expand into. We've got Bern. Then where we can't, because it would break the alliance. Aargau. We don't have Casus Belli there. However, we do have in Zundgau. Now, at this time, of course, they have a strong military force based on who their alliances are. Now, if we were to declare war here for our claims, only our claims, we do not have the prestige to do that. Militarily, we are more powerful. They have way more money, and we don't have the prestige anyway. So it's a matter of waiting it out a little bit at this time, and just building money back, building prestige back, building our military forces back. And for that, of course, I'm going to hit on pause. Well, we've lost our court physician. Gisela is no longer the court physician. So we will now take a look in a court physician. And is there anybody in here that would be good at it? No. So let's see. Can I look at finding a court physician? Search for physician. Yes. So we will start that search. And we can now petition our liege. We can pay homage to our liege as well. Now let's take a look. Who do we have here? We've got Wanderer, Lothar. It's an intricate web weaver, temperate, greedy. Okay. And Richgard. Okay. Well, apparently Lothar is quite experienced. Richgard is enthusiastic. It would cost 50 gold to hire him. Yeah, we can't afford the hire just yet. So both of them, honestly, both of them do fail to inspire any type of interest from my side. Now we could petition our liege. It's something we can go into at this point, even though there's not really anything, not really something I want to do. We'll take a look at any other positions. Antiquarians, we don't have anybody there. Count Tutor. Beatrix, our daughter, would be average at this. Seneschal, Beatrix would be good at this. Which, that's not a bad one. Court Jester. We could hire a bodyguard, but we have nobody is apt at that. Nobody as a court jester. Any personal champions there? Robertine, our half-brother, is average and could be our champion. Other than that, we have nothing available. We've got a claimant demand. The right to rule Upper Burgundy belongs to me by divine right. I finally have the means to make it so. Accept this fact peacefully, or I will make you do so by force. I will not be threatened. So, war declared. Okay, so rally the troops, and we will raise all of our troops and see where their forces are coming from. From the north, a sizable army, but we are, of course, going to call in our allies. We will call in the Duke of Anjou, also the Count of Ulm. Sorry, that was Bern. This is Ulm. Count of Anjou as well. May not need any of these, but why not? We have them. We can bring them in, and we will crush you. So they've got 1,200. Greetings, Duke Konrad. Okay, so excellent. Everyone is going to join us. Perfect. And we will go to war. I've got a bestow royal favor. Queen Emma is bestowing her royal favor upon you. So this means our prestige is up by 0.75 per month. That's, of course, very important for what we have planned in future. So right now, we're just going to try to evade that army as long as possible. Our counselor, Adalbert, has died, so we will deal with that. And we need a new steward. And Mayor Domenico of Martigny. We will assign you as our new steward. Now we will move our army north in hopes that we can engage them. Now we have the superior numbers. They are going to besiege our Neuchâtel. So now we will take our army and move it up here. And spouses up to the task. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I am often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Bertha when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Give a few lessons to Steward Domenico. So he gets studies stewardship. Or Bishop Osorio. He loses more opinion. Well, then Domenico it is. All right, now we will focus on that force going there. Is there a better leader? No, we'll leave it as is right now. And we will wait for the full army to come. And now we will engage in the hopes that all of our allies will come. They will, and he is breaking off the siege. See if we can trap this army in the field. And we can. So the Battle of Bern, we have the superior numbers, and it is all going in our favor. And more allies are coming, and we will now crush them. You know, quite convincingly so. Now we will take our troops, and we will besiege their capital. And take that. Loyalty or fear? As their duke, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? I will win their unwavering loyalty. So you gain generous liege for 10 years, so vassal taxes drop by 5%, direct vassal opinion plus 15. Fear is far more effective. Mayor Domenico of Martigny. He gains the trait wounded and loses 20 opinion. I have more important women to impress. Okay, Queen Ermengarde gains 20 opinion. So we gain dread. We just appointed Domenico as the vassal. As our steward. I think I'm just going to work on Queen Ermengarde. Our liege. I don't feel like it would be prudent at this time to immediately go and, you know, beat up the guy that we have just installed as our steward. So now we have 10 months, the siege of Besançon. It is a level 4 fort, so it's a rather sizable fort. An opportunity to sway. So we're working on swaying our bishop, who does not endorse us. In my attempts to align Osorio to my interests, I have found an opportunity. I think I could argue that our goals are, in fact, the same as I dictate my next letter. I emphasize those shared interests. So there's a 47% chance we gain 75 prestige, and he gains 50 opinion of us. Or 52% we spend the prestige. I try to maintain subtlety. Yes, we will work on that, and that immediately will help with the endorsement. He's at 0, so pretty soon he will endorse us. But we can see all of the fortresses and holdings within the rebel province are currently under siege. Galician culture. A commoner of Galician heritage has been accosted in the streets of Moutier. over some minor offense. By making a statement in their defense, I could perhaps convince my Bishop Osorio to equally Galician of my good character. Galician of my good character, whatever. But I might risk alienating my Bavarian peers. The Galicians are good people. Bavarians are of a superior moral fiber. Yes. I don't really care about the Galicians. Still not endorsed by the bishop. Could still add 0, but we're working on it. Let's see, where is the enemy? Are they the rebels? They are coming around here, the South Pass, through the Alps, past Como, trying to get to Moutier this way. Friendly exchange it. Hubert Velf gained 20 opinion. Excellent. Nephew has been taken prisoner. But before the rebels could do anything, we're going to be winning some sieges here. So I'm not overly concerned by that. I mean, we're going to win this siege, and then those sieges are going to be won before they can ever attempt to win a siege in our territory. Alright, so we won that siege. Now it is time to head south and march towards that army. Let's see if anybody's coming with me. Looks like some are. The key thing is we don't want to be stuck without enough troops. They have got more commander traits, but the advantage is clearly on our side. Will we get there before they get out? No. So now we will head down here with the allies coming behind us. The war score is at 80%. So, I mean, it's a foregone conclusion that we will win this conflict. And I do believe the vengeful nature of our Lord will dictate the response to the rebel, to the attempted usurper. And there's the victory. And now we can enforce our demands. And the faction targeting us has been disbanded, as have all of our troops. And there's peace once again in Upper Burgundy. But we do have prisoners. And Count Hadwin, if we execute him, gain 18 dread, we spend 100 piety. I mean, piety is obviously not something that that Konrad cares about. He is a criminal, and I do not care. We are vengeful by nature. I mean, vengeful and irritable. So naturally, he's prone to frequent outbursts and tantrums. Konrad is slow to forget a slight, or someone does him wrong, and he will be beheaded for that. Now, this Konrad is anything but a pious leader, but that's okay. We can live with that. So now we can look and turn our attention to the north. We don't have the money yet. We still need to rebuild our money, our coffers. But we'll get there eventually. You can unlock a new perk for the diplomacy lifestyle. Perfect. Writing history. So we can commission epic decisions. So a decision that lets a character trade gold for prestige by commissioning a family epic. So we will unlock that. And once we get to August, then we will go down the diplomat route. We'll also make a change. Robertine to our marshal. We will change that to Count Roger. Unfortunately, that changes that. But he wanted the position, and that will help here. He is terrified due to your dreadful reputation. Trembling before you, he will never oppose you directly. So that's exactly what we want. Our wife is also terrified. Our spy master is terrified. And our bishop is intimidated. We're still swaying him. Still got to work on that a little bit. So obviously I want him on our side. Greetings, Duke of Upper Burgundy. I've heard good things about you, and I'm interested in starting a written conversation. I hope that this letter finds you willing, for I am awaiting your swift reply. Adelheid of Upper Lorraine. Frame the Duke's letter. Politely decline. He's a recluse. We already talked about that. This kind of exchange, even though he's a little bit of a bargainer, this is too much stress for him, and he will politely decline. So Adelheid gains 5 opinion and lose 51 stress. But based on his character, that is the decision we are making here. Konrad he's not up to it. He's not concerned by such things. In the meantime, we're looking here at our neighbors in Viennois. This is one to keep an eye on. Militarily, they are inferior to us. They do have a few interesting allies here, actually. The Frisian Duke, the Count of Cuneo, as well as the King of Navarra. Mismanaged development, construction slowed down for 5 years. Awesome. Thank you for that, steward. You useless knave. Pepin comes of age. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards scholarship, such as Pepin, can come to truly understand any subject. An avid learner, he has become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven himself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. They grow up so fast. He is now an astute intellectual. And as such, we can now, we still can't do anything there with the duchy. To the serene Konrad, there will always be a need for true warriors to halt any threat of the Catholic faith. With many aptitudes and few prospects of inheritance, I believe your son Karl could lead a better life serving Knights Templar. With us, he will train, learn, and bring great honor upon your name. His will be the life of a true Catholic. So the Dynasty Wolf gains 75 renown. You gain 250 piety. Karl gains order member and joins the court of Grandmaster Ambrogio. Grandmaster Ambrogio gains 30 opinion. His place is here with me. Konrad, I mean, yeah, there's no real prospects for him. I think we will do this. We will have him join the Knights Templar. You can only profit from it as a family, and as such, Kai, congratulations. You can see here, he already is in the garb. His liege is Grandmaster Ambrogio. Fantastic. That's a nice little added flavor here to get a Welf within the Knights Templar as we spread the importance of the Welf dynasty. So I think what we're going to do now is start fabricating some claims. We need to start this process at least. We're going to start with Viennois, right next door, because I do want to weaken the Viennois duchy. We've had a change. Osorio has been swayed, thankfully. As we were doing that, something has changed. So Calvev has adopted the French culture, and we have Dauphin Guillaume II of Viennois. And he is very isolated now, more isolated than his father was, the Dauphin Guillaume I the Graceful. So this is actually even better for us. We've gained 50 gold through efficient county taxes. This is fantastic. So we definitely have the money now to do something about it. Greetings, Duke Konrad of Upper Burgundy. I have heard good things about you. Same thing. We're going to have to politely decline. I'm sorry. That's just not going to happen at this point in time. Council invitation to my obnoxious vassal. She's so sweet. I have come to the inexorable conclusion that you truly are the best candidate I have for my open council position. Though it pains me to do so, I am unfortunately obligated to offer you the position of Marshal of Lotharingia. Of course, accept. Without question, I accept, my queen. Okay. So our position of power is growing within Lotharingia. The question, of course, now being sorry for the zoom in, zoom out. Just stop zooming here for a second. Is what do we want to do? Now, of course, we are currently, working on this claim here that's still far away. We have a faction that's been created against Queen Amengad. Interesting. So now we have a new diplomacy perk. Dignitas, so level of diplomacy per level of fame +1. A life of glory, level of fame impact +100%. We're going to have to do either one of these, but we'll go with Dignitas. So there you go. So we've got a nice little bonus here to diplomacy. Fantastic. So we could expand here into Zundgau, take our claim here, and be done with it, because this is still going to take a while. The problem, of course, being this will also cost money to take Zundgau. But we may as well grab some land while we're at it, even though this is not part of the Kingdom of Burgundy. Taking this and building up our power base and influence within Lotharingia, I think that would be a wise decision. And at this point, Queen Amengad, we're not really there. An independence war, yeah, not. It's way too tight. She has far too much money. We've got a Count Roger who's created a faction against us. All right. But he's intimidated, fearing he's less likely to oppose us. So what we're going to do here, actually, I'm going to... what can we do to him? The dynasty, Wealth Dynasty, is known far and wide. We're going to start, actually... We're going to work on swaying him. To kind of bolster our relationship with him over time. I think that would be very, very important. But again, now the question is, do we take Zundgau or do we wait here and focus just on wars for Burgundy? If we look at our kingdom and where we are right now, we need to take Bern and Aargau. We need to take all of this. So, I mean, it's really all of this Viennois, Nice, Provence, that part of Lotharingia there as well. Our heir is unmarried, so we can find a spouse for 16-year-old Hucbert. Let's see who we can find for good old Hucbert. So for Hucbert, there's nobody here with, I mean, we have someone here with nice claims in Brittany, but I don't care about that. We're not really expanding that. Here we have a young Glynis. She is Welsh, 13, 11, 11, 11, 15, and she's chaste, which hurts her fertility, but she is intelligent. So I don't like the chaste trait, but the intelligence trait is very good. I mean, look at those bonuses: +3 diplomacy, martial, stewardship, intrigue, and learning. I think that's definitely something we need to get. And Hugbert also gains 300 prestige. We will send that proposal, and that way our heir will be married. Excellent. Perfect. The chase thing worries me a little bit, but the other benefits are just too great to ignore. And honestly, there weren't any other good candidates. So Hugbert will have his Welsh wife and hopefully produce a lot of intelligent children despite her being chaste. Getting ahead, both Duke Röker, or something like that, of Frisia and I are held in esteem by our liege Queen Amengad. However, when it comes to handing out titles, honor, and wealth, one of us will always be first among equals. The upcoming gathering at Nancy Castle gives me a chance to ensure that I am the one with the Queen's favor. As a smooth talker, this should be easy. Not really a smooth talker. I will illustrate that God already favors me. We vassals should work together, not against each other. No. So as a smooth talker, 58% chance I become friendly with the Queen, so she gains 30 opinion of us. Get a weak hook, we gain 150 prestige. 41% chance of the opposite basically happening. The god interaction favors 46% chance. We gain 100 piety. Weak hook. He's not overly pious, but he's not a smooth talker. And he's shy. So we would not go the smooth talking route. We will go with, I will illustrate that God already favors me. Queen Emma, of Lithuania, gained 30 opinion of us. Lost 15 opinion of Hooker. And you have a favor hook on Queen Ermengarde. That is one we will need to keep an eye on. We can declare war on King Alfred of Wessex. Interesting. With claimants, obviously, probably the Welsh. Claimant demand. The right to rule Upper Burgundy belongs to Count Eudes of Dole by divine right. We have gathered support required to make it so. Accept this fact peacefully, or we will make you do so by force. I will not be threatened. So it is rally the troops time. Raise our armies. And, of course, we will call all of our allies in. And do this little song and dance one more time against more usurpers. And yes, I am calling in absolutely every single one of our allies to fight off this threat. So of course now we need a new marshal. Excellent. Thank you, brother. Let's do this here. A new marshal. Reassign Lucetto as our spy master. Is there anybody else here who's good at intrigue? Oh, well, she doesn't really like us, and I don't really like that. Domenico of Matigny. Is there anybody else that would be a good steward? Hugbert. Other than that, is there anybody else? We could assign Hugbert. He's a knight. He's a holy warrior, a tough soldier. Sure. You can... Hugbert, you can be the marshal. For lack of better options, you will be our new marshal. Alright, so the enemy army gathers to the north. And we will move up to the north as well. It looks like they are going to go the exact same route as the previous rebellion did. We're now going to move in from the southerly direction instead of the north, like we did last time, as we see the army here of Ozer is coming in. And now we will move up north, slowly but surely, waiting for our allies to join us as well. Alright, he breaks off the siege. Loyalty or fear. This is the same thing as before. We are going to work on Queen Ermengarde instead. Alright, let's move our forces in behind them. And see if we can engage them in battle in our favor. Your hook on Count Theobald has expired. I'm not really worried about that right now, as we are trying to get this army. Alliance, or brother has died, so an alliance has expired. To my liege, it seems that in dealings with Count Roger, I may have accidentally made certain promises of exemptions from his obligations. You fool. Gotta head off this army. See if we can do so with allies. Okay, we have now engaged them in the mountains. Greetings to Konrad. I've prowled through documents and see it done. We now have our claim, the Anoise. Perfect. And will our allies come in time to swing the battle in our favor? They do. And our brother Robert has died. And we must destroy Count Roger of Besançon, and his forces. Can we do so? In the field. Wounded, my injured grandson. Send for a physician now. I don't have a physician. We'll search for a possible court physician. I have a son who can inherit as well. Court physician. Maria, you are experienced. We have the money. And there we go. And allied combatant slain. Despot Yakov has formed Greco-Bulgarian hybrid culture. Okay, so now we will move up north here and besiege these holdings and castles down and end this inglorious rebellion and start the siege here again as our allies will siege in the north. In the meantime, I am going to use our hook on the queen to lower our feudal taxes. It drops our tax obligation by a little bit, but there's, I mean, it's a weak hook. We can also look at arranging a marriage here, possibly, between our grandson and somebody from the queen's court. Daughter and sister-in-law, our grandson, Eckhart. There's nobody else really here. There's nobody with claims. We could have somebody, I mean, we've got some with quick traits. Could be an interesting proposal there to get him hooked up in that way. And let's see. Eckhart is the heir in the Provence. So that could be an interesting one. He is 5. Princess Elodie of Lotharingia is quick. So modifying the feudal contract doesn't really help us much. And it's 0.3 gold per month. If we use a hook here, they are related and risk child's being inbred. Yeah, I don't care. But we are going to tie our families in marriage in the meantime. I don't want that hook to expire, and I just as soon use it to solidify that. I gladly accept your betrothal position. Your grandson, Eckhart, will be betrothed to my daughter, Elodie. Excellent. Fantastic. So Eckhart, who is the heir to the county of Provence, will then be married to a... Is she a Carling? She is of the house name, but she is a Carling. Domenico has died, so we need a new counselor there. A new steward. And, oh god, there's really... Ugh. Oh god, there's not much there. I mean, we'll put our grandson in there. We'll find a new marshal. And... God, there is so little here to pick from. We have a better chancellor. Yeah, we would. So here we're going to reassign him and assign the mayor there as chancellor. Okay. Pavian claim on Navarra is happening there as well. I'm not worried about that. Instead, I think we will now send our troops south as well, in hopes of destroying the enemy, and ideally in hopes that our allies will join us. Yes, they are now marching as well. You see the Lotharingians are in this war down here. Can we get there? No. We'll go around this way in a straight run. Owners in slight debt, more commander traits, more soldiers, more men at arms. They are defending in mountains and have a better commander. Oh, we have no commander. And we instead will put in Luccheto. Definitely need a commander in our army. And there we go. We get them in the field, in the mountains. And maybe we can capture the leader there. Our nightmare Walter was slain by Angelbert. And we will win this battle as well. And will this finally end it? No, not yet. Not there yet. All right, so now we're going to move our forces back up north and continue the siege here, siege down their territory, and then honestly we're going to just execute them as well. We're going to revoke titles. We are going to exact a vengeful revenge It seems a little bit redundant, but that is definitely what Konrad will do. So they have reformed their army here. And our allies are going to go there and see if they can destroy that army in the field. In the meantime, let's okay, fine. We'll go after the capital. We do have siege equipment. And they're just chasing them down at this point. There, we've got 9 months in the siege. In the meantime, the hopes are that our allies will take them down here in the mountains. Let's take a look at this battle. I mean, this is very, very one-sided. And this should end it here shortly. Victory is ours. And with that, we can enforce the demands. Disband all. And with that, we will do one more perk. A Life of Glory, level of fame impact, plus 100%. And I think this is a good place to end today's episode as we battle 2 usurpers victoriously. If you enjoyed this one, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. Comment, let me know your thoughts. I'm always curious to see that down in the comments. If you're looking for ways to support the channel, you can go to Patreon. Down below is a link in the description. And support the channel there. And also go to my Nexus GG store, link in the description, where you can buy Crusader Kings 3 or a bunch of other games that I feature here on the channel. Until next time, I'm Rambuilder Guy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.